Hi, I'm back. Nice to meet you again. Do you recognize me? It's okay if you completely forgot that I existed. It's been 3 weeks or maybe more, maybe a month. No, probably three and a half weeks or something since I uploaded a video. And yeah, I thought, I don't know if this is gonna be its own video on its own, if it's gonna be part of a different video, like a vlog or something, but I just got myself some tea. I've got some moody lighting. I feel like we're in a campfire together. And I just wanted to sit down and chat with you. I'm wearing a Miro shirt. Miro is my favorite artist. One of my favorite artists. Not my favorite, I don't even know the answer to that question. If ever in Barcelona, you must go to the Miro Foundation Museum. Beautiful. Drinking some green tea with lemongrass and ginger. I've got some dried strawberries. I've not read anything. June came and went and I read 0 books. I wrote in a few like group messages on Instagram, like with the book hotties and with the book bays, that I'm like, hi, I'm just over here like reading 0 books this month. Like, is anybody else having this, I don't know, period? You know, summer months are just a little different than the rest of the time of year. You can't force it when you don't want to read anything. It's partially because I just wasn't pulled to read, like I wasn't thinking about reading. I was thinking occasionally like, wow, I'm not reading, but it wasn't like pulling me to start reading something. Also, like for work, we work in like a performance season. Which is normally from September to July. And then the end of July and August is kind of our 5-week break where people go on holiday. We're also an international company, so people go back to their countries that they are from or just in general take vacations. And so we're so close to that, about like 2 weeks from now, 2.5 weeks from now. And it's so close that you can taste the summer. You can visualize the book that's in your hand, you can visualize the drink that's in your hand. But at the same time, in parallel to like kind of, you start to check out mentally, it's actually the busiest, hardest, most physically laborious time of the work season. So I just have been, 1, exhausted, 2, I haven't even been able to answer the question, how are you? I'm just getting through the days, and also just came in and out of just a general period of heaviness that I'm not sure exactly what it's attributed to, but sometimes you just go through periods of heaviness. Yeah. But I think I'm climbing out of it, and I'm here to sit down and just open the camera, which is, you know, I haven't felt like doing that. Exactly, so that's what I was trying to say earlier. Hi, get your thoughts together. I haven't been reading, and because this is a booktube channel, if I'm not reading, then I haven't been filming, because I'm used to pairing those two things together, that I'm filming when I'm reading, because it's kind of revolved around the reading. And I haven't read anything. I didn't read anything in June, so there was kind of there wasn't something pulling me to pick up the camera. In general, I wanted to ask you, because, I mean, I look forward to reading when I go away for the summer. Most of end of July and August, Ohad, my partner, and I will be in Italy and Greece. My parents live in Italy, they live in Rome, so we'll be with them, and then we're also gonna take a little family vacation to Greece. So I'll be away from home, and of course I plan on reading a lot while I'm abroad and while I'm on the beach, and just in general relaxing and using reading to not be scrolling on my phone all summer. But I can't be sure that it will be heavy on the reading, because you just don't know how life is gonna go or what you're gonna feel when you're just, you know, trying to relax. You want to just take it moment by moment. So I was wondering how interested you are in, I don't know, maybe more casual, travel-y kind of summer vlogs that don't so much revolve around reading. So let me know if that's something that sounds interesting for you. I actually started to film this clip that you're watching now already like an hour ago, and I just felt so in and out of the rhythm of talking. It took me like I filmed all of that footage, and now I feel like my mouth is working to talk to a camera. So I feel like there might be some parts that I flip to earlier footage, so I hope it's not weird. So I talked about the book that I'm reading now, which is Coventry by Rachel Cusk, so I think I'm gonna insert that footage now. So I'll just update you on what I'm reading now. This is Coventry by Rachel Cusk, her essay collection. Coventry is a collection of essays about choices, womanhood, and art, encompassing memoir and cultural and literary criticism with pieces on gender, politics, and writers such as D.H. Lawrence, Olivia Manning, and Natalia Ginsburg. It is essential reading for our age. Fearless, unrepentantly erudite. I've never seen that word in my life. E-R-U-D-I-T-E. Is it showing that I didn't go to university? This collection is both startling and rewarding to behold. So obviously we know I'm a huge Cusk fan. I love her. I'm actually seeing second place all over the local bookstores that I have in my area that don't carry that many English books, but second place is everywhere, and I couldn't be happier to see it, and I love that book. So yeah, Coventry essays. I have to say that I started the first one, which is Driving as Metaphor, and maybe in June I started it actually, and to be honest, I really had a difficult time with the first essay. I felt like it was interesting that she was sort of dissecting the psychology of drivers, or just how, not psychology of drivers, but how driving behavior is either a performance or kind of reveals things about the character of the human who's driving it. It's hard to explain, but very interesting concept. I thought she could have done it I thought she made an interesting point in 3 pages, and then it was 22 pages, so I really have to say I wanted it to end. So after that essay, I took a little break. But I picked it up again a few days ago, and I finished the second and third essay, which are Coventry and On Rudeness. And you can see I'm underlining and dog-earing. I mean, it is Cusk, so it's that big brain energy, and those sentences that you need to reread a few times, at least I do. Reading Rachel Cusk, I have to just sort of give over my control on understanding every single thing that I read, because this lady is smart, and sometimes too smart for me, or it just goes over my head, which is okay. It helps me, I learn things from it, I expand as I'm reading it, but also there are some things that sometimes she's just too smart for me. But I love her, and yeah, there's so many things to underline, because she just writes passages and sentences that you're like, Rachel. Coventry and On Rudeness, they both took an upward climb from the first essay. Coventry is sort of about like being sent to Coventry is sort of like the silent treatment. She refers to it mostly with her relationship with her parents and how they kind of send her to Coventry, meaning like they will reconnect and then she's kind of shunned. They don't speak to her for long periods of time, and she's not sure exactly what she did to upset them, but she's been sent to Coventry, and it's sort of this place of exile and loneliness, and she's talking about what that means to be in Coventry, to be sent to Coventry, different ways it can appear in life, and whether it's a place you want to avoid or maybe want to be in. And then you have the essay on rudeness, which is on rudeness. I'm gonna turn on a light because it's a little dark in here. Is that better? It's very yellow. So on rudeness, she's exploring what is like being rude versus telling the truth, and how that just appears in different situations in life, and how we can sort of defend ourselves through actually through rudeness, but also through claiming that we're just telling the truth about things. She gives the example of some of the rudest people and places that you can think of exist in airports. We've all probably had a handful of bad airport experiences. I hope that you haven't had as many as I have had. That was kind of funny and interesting, and also this essay starts to also take a turn and kind of talk about motherhood and keeping a home, and decorating a home, and what it means to own the space and how it functions, and cleanliness, and also presentation, to live in a home, but what it means to present a home to others, and what that means for women and mothers, and different, she looks at other mothers and their ways of keeping house and what it reflects about them and feminism. Yeah, I mean, she's brilliant, so I'm enjoying. The next one I have is Lions on Leashes, and when I told Rebecca that I was starting Coventry and I kind of hated the first essay, she was like, skip to Lions on Leashes, so I'm there. I've also acquired a few books, which maybe I'll show you now also. Okay. This is the weirdest lighting I've ever used in a video. I bought 2 books recently, and I got 1 book back from a friend. Actually, I'll talk about this one first. So I got this book back from my friend Mai, who you've met before. She's been in vlogs. And this is Human Acts by Han Kang. I haven't read it, but a while ago she was looking at my books up there on the shelf, and she was like, do you have something nice that I could borrow? And I told her that I hadn't read this one, but Han Kang is one of my favorite authors. She wrote The Vegetarian, which I have spoken about, that I love a lot. And also another book that she wrote called The White Book, which is a bit more obscure. It's kind of, it is a novel, but in a very interesting form. It's an exploration of the color white, and it feels as if you're reading kind of poems or poetic essays or reflections on the color white, but they are adding up to a story. I read it on a plane, the whole thing, and cried for about 20 minutes when it finished. I think that book is gorgeous, gorgeous. I gave that to a friend. So this is Human Acts, and yeah, Mai didn't end up reading it because she was just busy with other things, so I just took it back from her. And I'm gonna do a buddy read with Anna Wallace Johnson on that book. So I really look forward to that. And then I bought Death in Her Hands by Ottessa Moshfegh. Jalen from the Bar in the Bookcase will be very excited to see this in my hands, probably, because he loves this book. I've never read Moshfegh before. I know. I tried my year of rest and relaxation a few years ago, and I just couldn't get into it. Since then, I haven't picked up any Moshfegh, but I thought that this one sounds really interesting. I love the concept of an older woman protagonist living in the secluded woods, and she finds a note that basically says her name was Magda, nobody will ever know who killed her, it wasn't me, but here's her dead body. So I love the idea of like a woman in this secluded woods trying to solve this crime with basically no clues. And I liked also that the protagonist is an older woman. I just like everything about this character without even knowing this character yet. It says, from one of our most ceaselessly provocative literary talents, a novel of haunting metaphysical suspense about an elderly widow whose life is upturned when she finds an anonymous note on a walk in the woods. I can't talk, but that sounds great. And I know people are divided about this cover, but I like it. Giving me film noir kind of vibes. So that sounds great. I'm probably gonna take that with me. Soon, Ohad and I, when we finish working, we will spend a month in Italy and Greece. My parents live in Italy, so we'll go to meet them, and then we're gonna have a nice little vacation in Greece, and then go back to Italy and traipse around. So I'll take that one with me, I think, and also this one, which is The Little Virtues by Natalia Ginzburg, with an introduction by Rachel Cusk. Also, I think the last essay in this book, Coventry, is titled on Natalia Ginzburg. So obviously they have a relationship. Between 1944 and 1960, Natalia Ginzburg wrote The Little Virtues, a collection of 11 vivid portraits of life that are central to her legacy as one of the greatest Italian writers of the 20th century. From the Italian countryside, where she and her husband lived in exile under fascist rule, to the melancholy streets of 1960s London, Ginzburg explores loneliness and belonging against the backdrop of post-war Europe. So, a collection of essays, European. Also, because I'm gonna spend time in Greece and Italy, I thought that it would be fun, and also maybe I thought it would be an interesting idea for a vlog to read some translated Italian literature and also Greek literature, if people have recommendations for me. Contemporary Greek? Yeah, so it says a profound commentary on Italian life. So I am really excited to read that, and I feel like, you know, I'll be in my parents' apartment in Rome reading Natalia Ginzburg. It seems fitting. So that seems to be what I have to update you on. I drank a gorgeous bottle of rosé with the prettiest bottle. And I don't know why I didn't film it. I even thought that I need to show it to you and I need to put it in a vlog. But vlogging was just not on my radar really lately. So, and I think we already recycled it, so that's a shame. Gorgeous French rosé. If I buy it again, I'll show you the, it's very aesthetically pleasing, the bottle. Okay, this feels like spooky lighting. Oh, another exciting thing that I did recently is I am kind of a skincare junkie. I love taking care of my skin. I love trying different skincare products. I've loved to kind of give friends and Ohad, my boyfriend, kind of like at-home facials, just practicing like different facial massage and just, I don't know, not everyone likes to buy and use skincare products like I do, so sometimes I like to like give my friends little treatments that they probably wouldn't do for themselves. I felt recently like I needed something, just something that wasn't my work and wasn't reading apparently, to kind of just take some of my extra brain power. I needed something new, so I decided I would take an online course to be a certified facialist. And because of coronavirus, there are so many things available online that are not normally available online. So I just found a course with some research, took it, and passed it. So technically I have a certification to do facials. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. I'll catch you later.